Okay, welcome to the first session of the strength and conditioning route. It's an absolute pleasure to take you through this session. And what we're going to look at today is the modern applied strength and conditioning coach and what it actually takes to be a strength and conditioning coach in the 21st century. The preconception, certainly 5-10 years ago, was that they just picked heavy stuff up and moved it around a room. It was all about the weight room and shifting weight. Now, clearly, I'm not Johnny Concrete. I'm not exactly bulging with biceps and a huge guy. So it's clearly not all just about shifting weight around the weights room. But ultimately, now's the time to think about, how do I want to train my athletes? How do I want to train the individuals? How do I want to train the pupils at the school? Once I know my training philosophy, what sorts of environments do I want to create within those organizations, within those settings that make people feel comfortable? How am I going to coach? How do I want the athletes, the pupils to interact with me and behave around the buildings? And then finally, how am I going to be as a coach so that the example that I'm setting is congruent with the rest of my work? Development links to, do you actually have professional development? The fact that you're on this course would suggest, yes, you have thought about your professional development already. So that's a good thing. Where are you on that scale? When I talked before, walking the talk, do you actually lift? Do you even lift? And do you even go into the gym? And do you do the things that you want your athletes and your sports to do? I think that's really important. Most people do spend more time working on their summer holidays than they do actually planning their lives. And that's the same for career planning. A simple thing that you can do is, once you understand where some of the gaps are, is creating a monthly plan. And I've always looked at 3 elements: fundamentals, which would be underpinning knowledge. So what are the things that you're going to do to improve the underpinning knowledge within that specific area that you've identified? Then I look for coaches that I work with to actually observe and upskill themselves. So that could either be spending time with an allied professional. If you're not so good at injury reduction, go and stand shoulder to shoulder with a physio and spend a couple of hours in their company. See how they work, see how they operate, ask them questions about injuries you're not sure about.